Welcome to We've Got Words, the podcast no one asked for. I'm your host, Brent, alongside my equal and lovely host, Cameron Ponte. How we doing?
Now, see, that's a lot more
that
like
better?
it. That's nice of you to say. I'm doing well, thank you. And I'm excited to be here with you today, man.
Good, I'm glad. And you know what? This is a good day because I think we're finally on to episode 2. I think we finally did it.
I don't know, man. I still think we could be on episode 1 here.
We could be. You're absolutely right.
I like to call back to my idea that the podcast should just only be first episodes because we're already so good at that.
We are. I mean, and I agree, and I'm fine with that. Or we could just, have like 10 different type of podcasts and just bullshit every single time.
That's fine. Honestly, I think I would love to have a Mothman podcast.
We can do that.
I think our fans would really enjoy to hear what I have to say about Mothman and all my conspiracies.
Yeah, I mean, if they couldn't tell, I mean, eventually, if we do have a video, they can see our nice Mothman set decoration. But
we visited the Point Pleasant, West Virginia statue of Mothman, and we also licked it.
We did. Us and Mothman are very, very close.
Yeah, I like to think he watches over me.
He might. And you need all the help you can get. So
I do. I'm I'm a little bit of a wild card sometimes. Life likes to throw itself at me, and I just have to deal with it.
I think you like to throw yourself at life, like head first. And I think that's why, things don't work out for you.
That's kind of beautiful, though.
Okay,
right?
If you think so.
Don't you think that's kind of a cool way to live, man?
I mean, I guess so. But I mean, yeah, we finally on episode 2, which is great. We got a brand new logo.
Yes,
right?
That actually came out really good. I was happy with it. My only thing is I think we look a little Spanish.
A little bit. Now, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. When we got the first draft, I was a little scared about Rajid. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna pull through. But he accepted the feedback very well, and it turned out a lot better. A lot better.
Very talented man.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Very quick too. Like less than a week. And we gave a lot of suggestions, and he did it like the next day. So I'm happy with it. So hopefully all the fans like it too, because I mean that's pretty much what we got,
And if the fans don't like it, then they can send us money to get another one, or feel free to send over your concepts.
They can just do it for us.
If you happen to be artistically inclined and you can make a better logo, give it over to us. We'll shout you out and get your name out there.
It looks very generic, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just as generic as the podcast, Like, I mean, we do everything okay.
There's nothing generic about this podcast. We are the most individualized podcast on the market.
You're right. We are very unique people doing a podcast. I agree. There's nothing else like this. Nothing.
Clearly not.
That's why we hope everyone is liking it so far,
Well, there's only been one other episode.
Well, maybe here's the thing though, if we can talk some business at the top of the episode, maybe we put 2 episodes out, to give them, because this one's going to be way better than the last one. I'm calling it.
I think we should put out 4.
At once?
Yeah.
Why?
2 episodes, 2 bonus episodes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the bonus episodes.
Bonus episodes, that's my bread and butter.
Well, we have to record bonus episodes then.
Oh, we will.
Seems like a lot more extra work for me though.
No, because I run the bonus episode.
Yeah, but I still have to edit it and, do all that nonsense.
Yeah, but you don't have to care as much.
True. That's true. If you want to walk us through a bonus episode, maybe we'll hop back in the studio and do it after the episode.
I like that.
What else is new though? Anything else before? If for those of you who are new, the idea of the podcast is we're gonna take advice things from Reddit or Am I the Asshole things from Reddit. We're gonna give our opinions, and eventually, if you have any problems you're dealing with, please send them in at nooneaskpod@gmail.com.
No one ask pod.
Yeah,
at gmail.com.
It's very confusing, I know, but I think that they'll get it eventually. But before we actually get into the real meat of the episode, I want to know what's going on with you. Anything new?
I mean, honestly, not too much going on with me. Kind of a same shit, different day scenario. But I did happen to get some news that I think you might be interested in.
Oh yeah, why is that? Is it groundbreaking news?
No. I just it pertains to you.
Oh, I cannot. Is it worth saying on air right now?
I like to think so.
I'll believe you.
So you remember without naming any names here, do you remember the woman I kind of set you up with last summer?
Kind of set me up with. You made me.
It was like pulling teeth to get you out to the bar.
Yeah.
And when we got there, you talked to this girl all night. And then we hung out with them a couple times. You hung out with her one-on-one a good couple times. You're texting all day, Snapchatting all day. You told your mom about her.
Yeah. I mean, she was okay. She was good enough for me to be okay with going to the bar with you that night. And then, we talked for a little bit afterwards. I remember her.
So,
how's she doing?
So, as you know, we met her through my friend that I work, who I'm still friendly with and everything. And
yeah, it's yeah.
And apparently, the girl that you were talking to, I guess, for that brief period of time, is very upset with you.
For what? What could I have possibly done?
She claims that you are an asshole.
Okay, all right.
And that she never wants to see you again.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought we were friendly. I mean, it was a little weird. All of a sudden, she just stopped, like, Snapchatting me and stuff. Didn't know. What did I do? Did she tell you?
That's not what happened. You stopped. You lost interest. And instead of telling her you weren't interested, you slowly kind of started to ease back on texting and Snapchatting and then ghosting.
In my defense, timeout. In my defense, yes, I did ease back, but it was literally like nonstop 24/7 that she was texting me. So it would more be like I'd Snapchat her throughout the day and that was it. That's what I cut back to. And I think that's normal. That's healthy.
It's almost like she was into you a lot.
A lot. Yeah. But like, I mean, what else was I supposed to do?
Just be upfront and tell her, like, hey, I don't necessarily think this is going anywhere. I think that communication is what she was looking for.
First off, don't tell me about communication.
Since she did not get that, she's not happy with you at all.
But here's the thing. I was really nice to her. We went out and did, like, really cool things. And
yeah, no, she loved it. She really enjoyed herself.
Yeah, because I'm a good time. Like, what? How can she get mad? I just stopped, But it was fun while it lasted.
When we were out, I think it was last weekend.
I should have came.
No. When we were out for the birthday, me and you for our friend's birthday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We went to Free Play.
Yeah.
My friend from work was texting me because she was in Providence with your girl. They were at Moonshine Alley.
Yeah, that's when we I almost went out to meet again.
Well, so the thing is she asked where we were. I told her that we were at Free Play, and she told her friend, like, oh, we can go meet up with, like, Cam and Brent at Free Play. They're over there. And she goes, no, absolutely not. I refuse to see him. If he wants to see me, he needs to come to me. I am not going to him. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I understand. You're a little hurt. I get that. Seems a little too mad. A little too mad at you.
I really didn't do anything. I'm shocked, actually. I just thought, in my mind, like, when I was, like, slowly not texting her or anything, she got the gist and she was cool about it. And she was like, all right, well, I'm not going to bother him. And that's it. And we just stopped talking. Did not know
her parents, bro.
She holds a grudge, huh?
Apparently.
I did not know that.
But,
so what you're saying is I should just randomly message her out of the blue and just because it'd be funny?
Well, so there's a couple courses of action that can be taken.
All right, let's discuss them.
I think you could do that. You could just hit her with a how we doing, the classic Brent Nebs.
It's funny.
You could confront her about it and be like, yo, I heard you talking shit.
That's also funny.
Or you do nothing.
Or how about this? We talk about this on the podcast right now, and then we just send it to her.
It's not a bad idea.
Because then we get a listen out of it. So, all right, well, if you're listening, I don't think I did anything wrong. I think I'm innocent.
And please, we would love to hear a response from you so that we can get to the bottom of this.
She should write in to our email asking for advice of what or she should ask, am I the asshole? And we can be the judge of it. I think that's perfectly fine.
But so my friend that I work with told me, she's like, yeah, so I don't know if Brent's planning on reaching out and trying to, like, date her or anything, but I think it's going to be a hard sell. To which I responded with, I think he's all set.
Yeah, I mean, did she really think, oh no, I'm going to date her? I mean, come on now. I thought I was being subtle, but clearly I wasn't.
But yeah, apparently you're out there breaking hearts.
Nice girl, though. Super nice girl.
Oh, no, yeah, she was great. I thought she was pretty. I had nothing against her. She was
cool.
A sweetheart.
I have nothing bad to say about her other than she's mad at me for some reason.
Well, we know the reason.
I think I'm a super nice guy. I think she's just heartbroken. You know, I'm hard to tame. I'm a tough fish to catch. You know.
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that's what I like to think.
You are a tough fish to catch for some people, and
Yeah.
then there's other people who you are absolutely obsessed with,
And want nothing to do with me.
and you jump in the boat. You're the fish that's like I'm caught, and then they throw you back, and you're like, nope, I'm still here.
I know. I need to find that middle ground.
So that being said, if you are a reasonable age and distance to Brent in Rhode Island, please send a picture and a little bit about yourself to nooneaskpod.com, and we're gonna get Brent a date, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what we should also do too? We read all of those stories on Reddit asking, "Am I the asshole?" And you know, we talk about them on the show, but also people leave a bunch of comments on there. I think I should go on and say, "Am I the asshole?" and tell the story, and then end it with, "Yeah," and she's super mad at me and pissed off. Like, "Am I the asshole?"
You want to get advice, or we can just ask for people to comment.
There's this one
Right now.
sad thing about that. If they say yes, you are, I don't know what that's going to do to me because I don't think I am here.
Well, that's the thing. You are not good at accepting other people's opinions. So you could have a million people say, yep,
They're
you're the
just wrong.
asshole. And you're going to go, nah, not really, though.
Yeah, because I mean, Cam, do you think I'm an asshole?
Like I said before, you definitely, if you weren't interested, you should have been upfront and just put it out there instead of like ghosting.
But here's the thing. She never said she was interested, so I just thought we were friends.
Brent, didn't you guys hang out until like 3 a.m. one night?
Yeah, and
You got dinner alone and then hung out at your apartment until like 3 a.m. just nonstop talking?
friends do that too. We do that. We do that on a weekly basis.
Yeah, but we have a podcast.
True. She could be on the podcast.
And we're not into each other.
True. You know, but we weren't into each other as well.
No, you were interested. You were considering it,
I was considering it. I chose not to.
which is the difference between me and you and her. I've never considered you.
Well, that's good. I appreciate
I'm all
that,
set.
actually.
I want nothing. I like to think that if I was gay, I could do better.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I am
No,
glad that
I think I could do better.
I am glad though that you, because I was thinking for a while, I was like, does he think I didn't want to break that to you and have you be mad at me?
Oh no. If you were into me, I'd be a little insulted. you
So
know?
that's something I
I
don't
think
have-
I'm out of your league, is what I'm saying.
So that's something I don't have to break to you then. Like we're good, right?
Yeah, no.
'Cause
There is no sexual tension here unless you want there to be.
Because apparently, if
Because
I'm
I can
not,
make some sexual
please
tension.
don't. Because apparently, if I'm not very clear that I'm not interested, they'll just be mad at me. Apparently, That's
You know what I
we
think
learned
you
here.
should do moving forward? I think every woman you would encounter within the first 5 minutes, you should tell them if you're interested or
No,
not.
like a lemon rule, like from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. The lemon law.
I feel like that would work too well for me, and people would just like not be shocked, you know. But I'm really not. I'm a good guy.
Like
I
I
promise.
think like, cashier at the grocery store ringing your stuff up and she's kind of like, how's your day going? And you're just kind of like, I'm not interested in you.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think
great.
I'm all set, but thank you.
Every person I meet just say if I'm interested or not.
I mean, I would say mainly women, but you could do it for men too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it for men, but maybe we can do a different bit for them. That would be funny. I might consider that. Well, I mean, we had a real life "Am I the asshole" moment.
Yeah,
On the
and we
podcast.
still don't know unless you want to make a ruling.
Oh fuck! I only get one of these.
You only get one of these, pal.
Damn it!
Yeah, choose wisely.
Shit.
Are you going to defend yourself in this court of law?
Here's the thing. 1, yes, I am. 2, if the gavel sound is in the beginning of the episode, easier for me to edit. So I'm going to use my one ruling. By the way, if you're new to the show, we each get one ruling that is law. I'm going to say, in that situation, I am not an asshole. And just like that.
And since you just happened to let in that it's easier to do at the beginning of the episode, I'm not going to make my ruling until the end, right?
That's fine. But hey, that's fine. As long as you don't do it like randomly, then I think that's fine.
Well, now I'm definitely going to do it randomly. What did you think was going to happen there?
Well, so those were our stories. Or I guess,
No. I have a really big question for you.
oh, you have another question?
Yeah. What the fuck is Cam Jr.?
Oh, it's Cam Jr. You want me to talk about Cam Jr. now?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but you have that written down, and I'm very concerned because, as far as I know, I do not have any children.
No, you don't have children. But I mean,
I don't have a children.
I mean, it's like Cam Jr. Like, because you're my son, right?
Yeah.
So I just made you in the new Monster Hunter game. So by the time we're recording this, the new Monster Hunter game came out yesterday. I've been playing it. Never played one before, but been playing it with some friends. And in the game, you can get like, I don't know the lore. It's like a horse thing. It's like a giant bird thing that you ride around. And I named him Better Cam. I originally named him Dumb Cam, but then I thought I was hurting the bird's feelings. So I named him Better Cam because he's just a better companion to have around. But it's odd because as soon as I did that, let's just say he let me down in battle a lot of times. All of our friends would be riding off ahead. I'd be calling them first. Dumb Cam is fucking just in a tree or something. So, but yeah, you're always with me. I made his colors blue and black. So
what you're telling me is in a fantasy world where you had the option to name the thing that you ride, you named it after me.
The riding Cam joke did come up and I dismissed it. That is not why. Just because he's a dumb bird and you are a dumb bird as well.
The optics. No, see, I don't like birds. I don't fuck with birds, dude. You
never
know that.
I said,
remember the Busch Gardens when all those birds were yelling at me, man? That was fucked up.
It's more of like an internal thought. When I look at you, I think dumb bird.
Well, I look at you and I think dumb toucan because you got that fucking schnoz on you, dude.
And everyone can have those opinions. But it's funny because in that game, you can also have like a sidekick, like a legit sidekick. He's a cat, but you know.
You gotta name him Jeets.
I named him Jeets, yeah, from my brother's cat, Jeter. But you could have been my actual side cat, like my
Well,
sidekick.
that would have been worse because I'm not a fan of cats either.
Well, that's good.
So either way, you're just choosing to insult me for no reason.
And then, you know what fucking pissed me off, though? Right? This whole time, I'll say I've been riding you, right? This whole time, I was riding Cam Jr.
We gotta clip that.
I didn't realize, we jumped off a cliff, and this fucker starts flying. Okay, where the fuck was this? Where was this before? Dumb bird. That's you.
You saw a bird and you didn't expect that he could fly?
He can glide. Bullshit.
I mean,
but anyways, yeah.
Falling with style.
So when I'm hunting monsters, you're right there with me.
I don't want to be associated with
It's
your
too late.
weird online circle jerk with the boys.
We'll go back into the game and you
Nope.
can. I'll let you pick.
I don't
want to
see it. I don't want to see your game.
I'm gonna show it to you.
It'll make our friends too happy if you make me watch you play with them.
You would not like the game. It is not a game for
No,
you.
it sounds and looks terrible.
You can't kill all the characters like you do in our other games we've been playing. So, maybe we'll boot it up. So I can make you watch.
Ain't happening. I'll go home.
Even better. All right. Well, because I have to hunt monsters, we gotta get through the episode. So we will start as we always start, for as long as I can remember, like a whole episode ago, with I have something for you. And I know you saw the title of this beforehand. You were very curious, but we couldn't read on.
Yeah, no, I refuse. I like this live reaction.
Yeah, because I know I will admit I've been taking a page out of your book, Cam. I have also not read any of the prompts. So
good.
It's a surprise for both of us, kind of.
The blind react is where it's at.
So this one is, am I the asshole for wanting to ask my cousin about my old Hot Wheels collection, causing a huge fight? Now, right off the bat, I can see this happening in real life. Like, I feel like you would fight with your brothers over something as fucking stupid like this. Like
when Trevor fucking broke my toy revolver.
Exactly. So something stupid. So I feel like this one really hits home to you. So we'll have you read it. Go ahead.
We want to read who it's from first.
Oh yeah, sure. That's a good idea. I always forget that. Go ahead, take that away.
This is Immortal Milkman 97.
Oh, when you say it that way, this guy rocks. Okay. Yeah, he does have a Hot Wheels collection. All right. Read on, Cam.
So here's the deal. It was my mom's birthday, and we had just finished a family gathering. Everything was fine. Dinner, board games, and cake.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. My mom, 60. My dad, 61. My sister, 21. And I, 27. Were cleaning up just after my older brother had left.
Seems like a good family.
My parents recently had 2 huge bags of old toys they were going to throw away. I offered to take them and donate/organize them. Lots of puzzles, Legos, etc.
Nice. Okay. The nice guy trying to donate some toys, getting rid of some old shit. So far, seems like a normal day and a typical family. Everything seems good.
Nothing wrong with that so far.
Nothing wrong with it.
I mentioned to my sister that some old Monster High dolls were in there and she wanted to keep them. Then I asked about my old Hot Wheels collection. I thought I had donated them, but my mom told me I actually gave them to my younger cousin, now 20. It was a big collection, like 50 plus cars.
Dude, he had like 50 plus cars, like all of the good ones probably. Don't know if that's a lot.
If he gave it to the cousin, that kind of sounds like it's the cousin's.
But it seems like so far he's just saying like, oh, we donated them, and his mom is like, oh no, I actually gave them to my cousin. He was like, oh, okay, he has them. So far, that's just like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know he had them.
Doesn't seem like he has an issue yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Right at the top, I said.
I said I'd ask him if he still had them, but my parents started arguing with me. They said it was shameful to even ask, that you can't ask for a gift back.
But right now, he's not taking. He's just at.
Yeah, he's asking about them.
It's
like,
not
do
bad.
you still have this? It doesn't sound like he necessarily wants them back.
Yeah, he's just saying, I wonder if he still has them. Like, so far, that's what it seems like.
I argued that he's an adult now and we're close, so it wasn't a big deal. They insisted it was incredibly shameful, saying I was an adult when I gave them to him. I reminded them I was 14 and he was 6, so we were both kids.
So far, it doesn't seem like an argument. It's like, hey, I want to ask if he has these. He's an adult. I don't think he'll care.
Yeah, unless he is asking for them back and their context just isn't there. Because, I mean, why? I don't get why the parents are even pressing it to ask about.
But also, like, even if he asked for him back and the cousin was like, no, or whatever, that's still not like a big deal. Now, if he like caused a fight with his cousin because he wouldn't give him back, now I'd say that's a bigger deal. But
yeah, if he's like, hey, I want my fucking Hot Wheels back. The cousin's like, no, and he's like, no, fuck you, I want him, and like keeps pressing him on it. It's probably your fault.
Or he was like, oh yeah, I sold him and made like 10 grand. He's like, give me some money. Or it's not that at all. It's just like, hey, I want to ask to see if he has them. We're going through old toys. Maybe I'd want him back. I'm sure he doesn't care about them. So if the cousin's not going to care about them, but he will, I don't think it's a problem asking for them.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah,
at least put it out there, see what's going on.
Yeah, let's see how this caused an argument. Apparently,
my dad and mom were really pushing back, saying things like, if my aunt found out, it would be terrible. So obviously, I was a bit defensive, and they just kept pushing.
I don't think it would be terrible if your aunt found out.
I don't think so either. It sounds like there's a weird family dynamic.
The parents think like, oh, we're like better off, and if you ask for shit back, like it seems like they got a little of that going.
Yeah, I don't know. So eventually I said, well, it's none of your business because it's between me and my cousin.
Very true.
At that point, my dad completely lost it, and my mom and sister jumped in saying I was rude.
Don't really think so. There's a weird family thing going on.
Yeah, it's
there.
A little aggressive.
Yeah.
At this point, it turned into a full-blown argument about respect. I stood my ground and told them they could offer advice, but they couldn't dictate my actions.
Very true.
My dad got extremely angry and stormed off to his room. Your dad sounds like a fucking child.
But it also sounds like a typical, like your dad would get angry and just storm off, and then it creates this big family fight. And they got a good family fight dynamic. It's just the topic is very fucking stupid. All right, let's see if anything else happens. This is a good short one.
Now, the general consensus is that I ruined my mom's birthday.
You didn't try to. If they ruined it, that's on them.
That wasn't intentional at all.
Yeah.
I hugged my mom goodbye and apologized to her, but the fight is still unresolved with my sister and dad. Mind you, I still don't know if he even has them or if I even wanted them back, to be honest. I just thought it would be cool to see my Hot Wheels.
Honestly, that's hilarious. He seems actually very normal. He goes, first off, I haven't even asked him. I don't even want him back. I was just saying it would be cool. I love Hot Wheels. And it caused a fight in their family that ruined his mother's birthday.
Yeah, this guy is not the asshole.
No, but he's hilarious, and the family's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't get why that's a big deal.
I would say to him that he is not the asshole, and also, like, you shouldn't even care if your family, because, like, everyone can see your family ridiculous. I think it's funny.
Yeah, don't care what your family thinks. And yes, you are right, they cannot dictate your actions.
But I do think he should make it a bit where he should be like, yeah, like, tell your cousin this, and be like, so, at the end of this, tell your cousin this story, and at the end go, so, can I have my Hot Wheels back?
No, at the end of the story, when the cousin's like, oh yeah, I actually don't have them anymore, and you're both cool, just be like, yeah, just so you know, I ruined my mom's birthday.
No, I was expecting that to then cause a big fight between him and his cousin.
That would have been funnier. I really hope that there's like a new like update to this where he's like, talk to my cousin, we're fighting now.
Yeah,
I want my fucking Hot Wheels back.
My parents said, I told you so. Like, and then like the parents and the aunt are fighting now and everything.
I feel like this could have been adapted into like a Game of Thrones storyline, you know?
I think that's hilarious if this Hot Wheels affected this entire family.
I think it should be like really causing some division between them. Like, I think it should continue. That would make me laugh.
Yeah, and also kudos to this guy. What was his name? Something Armageddon Milkman or something?
Immortal Milkman 97.
I think you should turn this into a bigger bit than it already is because I think it's hilarious and no bad can happen. Either it solves the fight in your family or it makes the fight worse, in which case that's hilarious.
Also, I think we know the theme of your next birthday party for your family. It's Hot Wheels.
Absolutely.
You have to have a Hot Wheels birthday at this point.
Yes. For when your mom asks, oh, what do you want for your birthday or Christmas or whatever, please ask for a toy car.
Yeah.
Please.
100%. That's the only justifiable thing you can do in this
or
thing right now.
Something else you could do too is try to be like low key but not subtle about it. Like all of a sudden just start like dripping up in all like Hot Wheels merch and hats and shirts. And when your parents go, oh, why are you wearing that? I love Hot Wheels.
Always have.
Make that into a bit. You have so much potential.
Yeah.
Here.
No, I think this guy, he's justified and he's got a big future ahead of him.
Talk to your cousin. I mean, keep tormenting your mom.
If he has a cool cousin too, like he could even get the cousin in on the bit. And like if they both like actually don't care about these Hot Wheels, be like, okay, let's play it up though. Like let's make it seem like we hate each other now because of the Hot Wheels thing.
Hide it in the parents' room and then accidentally find them one day and you go, Mom, you had my fucking Hot Wheels this whole time and blame it on her. You have so much potential.
Yeah. It's endless bits here.
I feel like we could spitball. That could be a whole episode. That could be a bonus episode. Maybe we come back to it.
And
we spitball the bits.
How he can get revenge on his family.
Or maybe we can do like an improv thing. We can play this whole thing out. We have a bonus episode content in this one, so we'll save this one up. But that's a good one. I think overall, not the asshole. Yeah, hilarious.
No, he's fine.
We should have like a wall of champions like on our set, and we'll just like get either the stories or we can find pictures of these people.
I don't think we can find pictures of these people.
Give me a day. I bet you I could.
Deal.
All right. So in the meantime, while I look up pictures of the Immortal Milkman, come on, if I Google that, I'm gonna get a great picture to go on our wall.
Sure. Or if anyone wants to create an art piece depicting what you believe Immortal Milkman will look like, please email it to us. That would be great. Yeah, we'll hang it up.
Because these things don't do anything, these fucking foam panels, but they're always falling down. We need a video like to put this out because they need to see what we're talking about.
They will.
All right. Future
we'll get there, buddy.
All right. So I got one more for you. I think it's a short one.
Or not.
It's not, but it seems like it should be. All right. So this one is, am I the asshole for letting my dog bark at a kid?
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. No, fuck. I had to say it again because I was going to say that could be a good clip. All right. So go ahead. Read this one.
I have a large dog. She's very friendly, but every time she sees just one certain kid in our building, she barks. Not aggressively, but her friendly, excited bark. Nonetheless, it totally freaks out this kid and his parents.
I love how it's very clear that this one very particular specific kid, only person ever that this dog barks at.
We all know that one kid, you know? But that one little fucker.
We'll find out as we read more about the story, but I just picture like maybe the dog is doing a bit. Maybe where it's like, I'm not going to bark at any people. I'm going to see this one kid bark all the time. It's going to make everyone go crazy.
Well, I think the dog is like you, where like when he's just like in a mood, he just picks a target.
Like, fuck
that kid is the target, you know?
Oh, dude, maybe that's me as a dog.
I think that is you.
The dog just walks by and goes, fuck this kid. Okay.
Yeah.
No reason. All right. Maybe there's more going on to the story.
This only happens in the elevators.
Very specific.
If I'm in the elevator and the door open up to their floor and the kid is standing right there, my dog will bark. If I'm waiting outside the elevator and the kid is inside the elevator, when the door open, my dog will bark. So
is this like apartment that he lives in, or did he say work?
No, it's he said it's like the building he lives in, I think.
Okay, because I was gonna say, why are the kids at work?
No, yeah, it's the building.
Okay.
She barks just once or twice, not continuously. If my dog sees them away from elevators, she doesn't bark. She doesn't particularly care about the kid in that situation. The kid still freaks out though. This only happens with this one kid and literally no one else.
I just love how he makes that clear. Literally no one else. And also in a very particular spot. Like to add even more confusion.
There's a chance it's probably like not even necessarily like the kid. It's just the dog's picking up on something. Like maybe the kid fucking smells.
Maybe. I mean, I think we do find out. But all I'm saying is I think this dog could also end up on the wall of champions because
wait. Maybe the kid looks like a cat. And the dog's upset about it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It could be like a Khajiit from Skyrim.
Dude, I just think we're finding a lot of great people so far, though. I think like this episode title should be Wall of Champions. But all right, let's see if we find out why the dog barks.
I don't know why exactly, but I have my suspicions. I think it's because every time the kid sees my dog, he screams, flails his arms, and runs around. It's exciting for a dog. Yeah, that's fair.
It is, but here's the thing. He only does that because the dog barks. So it's like, what came first? Because if the dog barked first and he did that, and then it's like a never-ending cycle, well, every time that dog sees that kid, only barks at him. Still a little sus.
He's learning that he gets that reaction. He probably likes the reaction. So he's the kid and he's like, friend.
Yeah, so that's why I think like the kid I don't think is doing this outside the elevator for no reason. He could be. But like I think there's still another reason, because that makes sense, but I think there's another reason of why the dog started beef with this guy. Next paragraph.
I've tried to talk with this kid's parents to explain my suspicions when I ran into them without my dog. I suggested setting up a meeting between their kid and my dog away from the elevator because I think once my dog meets this kid properly, she'll lose interest and stop barking. Usually when she's excited by something or someone, once she gets to have a good sniff, she loses interest. Or maybe the kid will be more okay with my dog.
That would make sense. Or
Yeah,
again,
I think that's fair.
Or again, this dog is just doing a bit,
Which is also fine.
which is also hilarious. That's
It's a
what I
dog.
like to think.
They do bits.
I know I would love for that to happen, and then like the dog still barks at him. Let's see how it ends.
They understandably don't want their kid near my dog, which is fine. They yell at me and their kid's reaction is natural, and I need to stop trying to police their kid, leave them alone, and control my dog. The dad said he recommends choking out my dog to get her to stop barking. Obviously, I refuse. What the
Well, that's
fuck
good.
kind of suggestion is that?
But also, like,
This
again,
guy's a weirdo.
they can't say he has a misbehaved dog because it's only your kid. That's when you fire back and go, maybe your fucking kid shouldn't make my dog bark. Put it on them. You know?
That's what I would do. I would 100% blame this family, especially if, you know what? Maybe the dog hates you because he knows you're the kind of people to suggest choking out a dog.
True. Now, I think it's not on the kid. I think the kid's having a normal reaction. The parents.
Yeah, I think they're shitty parents,
Mhm.
and they're making their kid a shitty kid.
Yep. You see how this turned into now we're judging people's parenting that are only side characters in the story?
Well, that's because they made themselves more main characters. The
Yeah.
kid, if anything, has become a side character.
Absolutely. The dog, though, hero.
So now I'm doing my best to avoid them, but I still sometimes run into them, and they get upset and yell at me more. I currently try to work out a schedule with them. I've tried sending messages asking them about when they most often use the elevator so I can avoid these times, but they're not responding. That's way too nice of him to do. He's really trying to be
Yeah.
considerate, and these people are not willing to work with him whatsoever unless he chokes his dog.
You don't need to have that conversation. That's ridiculous. If you have to coordinate when you can use the elevator, don't be a bitch. Fuck this family. Let's see if there's anything more to this.
I've offered to only take my dog during certain time periods, and I'm not getting any responses. I considered that I might have the wrong contact information, so I've reached out to the building staff so they can reach out to them on my behalf, but they haven't gotten a response either.
It would be hilarious, though, if this whole time, wrong number. That would be very funny.
That would be kind of
like,
funny.
imagine the person who receives that text, like, I'm sorry, what?
The current situation is, sometimes when I bring my dog down/up via the elevator, the kid is there and my dog barks once or twice at it. I have tried to resolve the issue as best I can, but now I'm just avoiding school pickup and drop-off times, but otherwise doing my own thing. And if I happen to run into them and my dog barks, she barks. At this point, I don't know what else I can do, so I've sort of given up.
Am I the asshole for letting my dog just bark at this kid? No, you are not. No, you've done way too much already.
Yeah, no, honestly, you've gone above and beyond to try to be a good neighbor, and you shouldn't have even had to do that, but good on you for trying.
But also, this guy's kind of clever, too, because it seems like he really does care about this, and it's really not that big of an issue, but he put it on Reddit, and he made it sound hilarious. Like, yo, so am I just, like, an asshole for letting my dog bark at this kid? Like that just sounds ridiculous, but there's more to it. It's coming from a good place,
Yeah.
but hilarious. Yeah, just let the dog fucking bark at the kid.
But I am going to use my ruling.
Wow, really?
I am going to say that this guy's not the asshole. I think he did everything he possibly
You're
could.
going to use a ruling on that?
I am.
For kudos? I mean, you're going to tell him to do something or like...
Fine, I won't then.
And I mean, you waste it.
No, I'll just let him know that in my opinion he's a great guy.
Yeah, because he is. I mean, you don't need a ruling for that. But I mean, I'm sure he'd be honored.
I hope so.
But that's what I have for you. Now, I've noticed you have some stuff for me. Right?
Yes, I just looked at the titles, so these could suck, but you know.
Okay. Oh, wow. We're staying on theme. I don't know if you planned this.
No, I didn't read yours.
Okay. I believe that. All right. So this one looks like someone asking for advice.
It's virtual_safe_4570.
Speaking of which, we never got the dog guy's name.
No, we did.
Really? Because Cranberry, what is that? Cranberry Proton does not sound familiar.
Oh, Cranberry Proton.
I had cool ones. I got fucking
You got the
Immortal Milkman and dude, fucking Cranberry Proton. That's cool. And your guy is not as good.
Virtual safe.
He's just virtual safe. But staying on theme, I guess, this guy is asking for some advice because he is seriously debating stealing a stranger's dog. Wow.
Yeah, I think this guy really needs our help.
Dude, did you plan this? Is this the fucking people from the elevator?
That would be fucking wild.
All right, that's going to become lore. I think this is what we're about to read. So I'm going to make my rulings and my judgments based on these are the people from the elevator.
I think you're going to be on the parent side now.
Is this a long one? Do you want to read it? Do you want me to read it?
You can read this one, buddy. You seem very into it.
And again, we go back to the lore that I can't read, so you did this to these people. All right. So living in a major city and sounds bad. Never mind. That guy was just giving a preamble. But live in a major city and have been walking by this seemingly okay home, 3 stories, probably 3-bedroom, 2-bath, plus we don't care. Don't try to sell me on real estate. And a decent neighborhood with my small yard. All the time I see this roughly 3 to 5-year-old beagle mix.
Oh, I love beagles.
You do love beagles.
Beagles are my favorite.
And you really haven't read this one before?
No.
Because this is sounding right up your alley. All right. So
nice house too.
Apparently. But this dog tethered outside to a post at all times, and even in bad weather conditions. Okay.
Oh,
Seems a little
don't do
fucked
that
up.
to the little beagle.
Unless if he likes it. I don't think he does.
Oh.
Unless if he's exaggerating. I'm going to take the beagle side, though.
Yeah. I want to know the beagle's name.
You can give it a name.
Come back to me. I'm cooking.
I'll come
Reginald.
back to you. That was super quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
The dog looks defeated. Kim, are you sure?
Aw, I
Kim,
think I'm this dog.
you might be this dog. You also look defeated.
I'm Reginald the Beagle.
This is
that Cam
great.
Jr.?
That is not Cam Jr. This guy
be.
seems cool. So he looks defeated, and I'm convinced the water in the bowl hasn't been changed except for passing weather systems that bring rain from tiny twigs and Okay, we get it. When it rains, the bowl fills up. You don't need to go in fucking detail. That would be sad, but
Yeah.
I mean, has this person like can just go there and look and see if the dog ever gets brought in, like, you know?
Well, I mean, you don't want to stake out your neighbors. That's a little creepy.
It's your neighbor. You look out the window.
No, I think he walks past their house. I don't think it's.
I was gonna say, if you look out the window and you see the dog chained up there like nonstop since you moved in, yeah, that's probably being abused. You probably call someone sooner. But if it's like, no, sometimes he brings them in, but he seems out there too much. Probably not a big deal.
Mm.
All right. I can't remember when I've walked by and the dog's been absent from the yard, and my daily patterns are extremely consistent for all intents and purposes. Okay, we don't care how specific your routine is.
He's got all the routine, bro.
He's like
You
bragging.
can respect a routine.
He's like bragging. He goes, and my daily routine, is let's just say perfect.
I mean, he didn't say that. He just said consistent.
It's a little sketchy. I've called my local animal welfare society. I've contacted the local police in my district. Short of those conversations is that there's not much to be done, and the agency essentially advised to call the other ones, and so it's an endless back and forth. So at this point, though, if you called the agencies,
That's kind of all you can do. You did your part.
you could ask the neighbor.
I mean, that would be a bigger step. I think that could be a little bit more.
Getting involved is a bigger step.
Yeah, not necessary.
But also,
if you really care about Reginald the Beagle mix, that's not a bad
because
idea either.
here's the thing. You like two things could come of that. The neighbor could be super cool. He would probably have a good explanation of like, oh, maybe he likes being outside. This is why he's outside. We bring him in. He has a great explanation. And if he's that type of person, he probably would commend him for asking something, right? Because clearly a pet lover. That's option one. Option two is that like you can tell he's neglected and beaten, and you see like a bad fucking dude.
Beaten.
But like you could get that vibe, and then therefore you could save that dog's life. So I think that's the only other thing you could do.
I was gonna say, so far my suggestion, just knock on the door and be like, "Hey, can I buy your dog?"
So he said, my last effort is to knock on the door and confront the owner of my concerns. So that's funny. We clearly didn't read this because that was literally the next sentence, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to. I don't want my face associated with a missing dog. Well, I mean, why would it be? If you're just confronting him, no one's saying steal a dog at this point. So I don't want to be associated with the missing dog if nothing changes, which chances are low since I'd essentially be a stranger telling another stranger to get their shit together.
But that's the American way.
Also, you have evidence. He's outside. I wouldn't like it, and I assume that being the catalyst for change in someone is pretty low. I don't know. Something needs to be done.
I agree. Something does need to be done. Do not steal someone's dog.
Don't steal a dog. You have other options.
It's not worth it. You'll get in trouble, and you'll piss someone off. And then you know what? He might even take it out on the dog.
That's true. I would confront the owners, and then if there's an explanation, great. If not, maybe keep trying the agencies, because I mean, the agencies I would hope are pretty good. They're not going to be like, nah, we're good. That's fine. Maybe they know. Maybe they've talked to them. Maybe they know, right? Maybe they're bad at communicating that back to you. But you have to hope that, if you're doing everything and you have all the information and you go to the right channels without stealing a dog, probably be good in the end.
Yeah. But, don't steal a fucking dog.
But it's also funny, too. I love how he ends it with, I don't know, something needs to be done.
Could also take out a hit on the people, and then once they die, then take the dog.
It's just funny how, like, he says it. I mean, I'm assuming that's how I read it. He goes like, I don't know, something needs to be done. So then the only thing he can think of is, I think I need to steal a dog.
You've been there.
Because, I mean, I have been there.
That is 100% a Brent Nev's way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, but you just can't be like, I don't know, I think I just need to do it. It's funny, it's hilarious, but yeah, you can't do that. Although, that would be funny, though. Maybe you should. Thank you for writing in, but do not steal a dog. All right.
Don't thank him for writing in like he wrote to us. He put it on Reddit. He has no idea we even exist.
He does. You know why? This was 8 hours ago, and, he probably heard. Word gets around quick.
Yeah. That new logo must really be changing.
Exactly.
Things. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is the other one you have. And the title is Fiancé Concerned by, in quotes, boss/family friend for sexual favors for money.
Coerced, not concerned.
Oh, coerced. See, I can't read. Well, I mean, all right, both make sense.
And this is coming from kitchen_walrus_4546.
Great names today. All right. Is this the long one? Let's see. Have you read this one? Oh, it's a nice short one.
I like to try to keep things a little streamlined here.
All right, so let's see what these sexual favors are.
Well, this is insane. My fiancé works off the books, unfortunately, for her friend's dad part-time at his job. We are completely financially unstable, and my fiancé already has had plenty of problems with men at every job she has. From sexual harassment to full-on people touching her sexually, where she has sued before since she was able to, since she worked on the books, and this is a run-on sentence, and
Yeah,
nothing like this ever happened. Wild. I am so sorry that that's fucking happening. People need to chill, dude. People need to fucking chill.
Also, it's like an underlying, like, all the sexual harassment and all that shit, bad, right? But also, it seems like all the under the books works, and it sounds all shady. Like,
Yeah.
What business are you in? Because, like, I mean, you could be like that guy could be like your pimp. Like, I don't know. If you're working off the books and I don't know. I want to know more about that situation.
That's true. That context would be nice. But I mean, regardless, no, they should not be doing that.
No, they should not. But I'm just saying, maybe the business she's in, you shouldn't be shocked. Never okay, but again, I don't know. It seems like really shady shit's going down. But I could just be making that up.
He seemed nice and trustworthy at first, just helping her pay for things like overdue bills without asking for anything in return, since he complained of no one in his life liking him, like his wife or 2 kids that he has bought homes for and provided for.
Okay, so definitely starting to sound like a pimp.
Not necessarily. I think he likes to think of himself that way.
Pays bills for her, gets her out of trouble. That's wild.
I think there's a little bit of like an incel aspect to this guy. He's like, no one fucking likes me, so I'm gonna do this stuff for you. What? You're not gonna blow me? This is ridiculous. Like, fuck that.
I mean, but also though,
you didn't earn anything or the right to do anything just because you're fucking helping someone else.
I think I'm starting to see the sexual favors though. This guy seems loaded. I think you go for it.
No,
she can make good money. Bro,
yeah,
he paid for her bills.
Not worth it, dude. First of all, this guy's married and has 2 kids.
Okay.
And he could be he is a creep, but he could be like a weird looking guy. He could be like actually doing some like harmful, fucked up shit.
But she has to think of her and her future. Okay.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to fuck someone for money.
And her family, they could really use that money.
It'd be a different story if she wanted to hook up with this man.
Maybe she does.
No, clearly she
didn't want to hook up with him. She's
sexually harassed.
She didn't want to hook up with him when she thought he was just sexually harassing her. That's bad. But, for a couple extra bucks, maybe it's worth letting it slide. I'm just saying.
I think so, buddy. It's gross. You don't know what it's like to be sexually harassed.
I'm just saying I would have sex for money.
Yeah, I know you would, because you're thinking like in ideal world, like some hot bitch is like, oh, you need to fuck me. Here's a fucking $500. That's not what's happening. That would be like a fucking creepy rando from your job, just being like, hey, here's some money, why don't you? So let me grab that.
I don't think it's like that. If this guy,
this guy's being creepy.
But here's the thing, though: if this guy has multiple homes, is high up in his company or whatever, he makes millions. He's not that type of creepy. He's like a successful creeper. That would be like
that's worse.
That would be like for some hot, like I'm not saying hot, but some rich broad would like, I'll give you $10,000 if you fuck me right now. Okay.
Yeah, that's entitled rich, and that's gross. I hate those weird entitled rich fuckers. It's creepy. It's creepy. It's not worth it.
See, I just get that. Where I go, if I was rich, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah,
maybe not this, but
because you're maybe a little creepy sometimes. You go work on that.
Let's read on and see if this guy's actually creepy.
It has quickly escalated into him wanting sexual favors to pay for things. Mind you, he is a millionaire, and we are not with no support system in a really bad position, just trying to get by.
So he is a millionaire. And I'm just saying.
No, that's still not worth it. It
might be. Let's see what
this guy's kind of a prick.
Let's see what the fiance has to say.
My fiance is naive and trusts him to fulfill his end of the bargain, and sincerely can't hold a stable job because something like this happens everywhere she goes. We gotta find a better job for this poor girl.
I love how the husband or the fiance is saying like, oh no, I'm fine with you fucking him. My problem is I just want to make sure we get this money.
I see where you're coming from. That sounds like that's a little bit of a thread that's going on based on that last sentence.
Right? Where like he's like, oh, I care about you, babe. But like, I mean, you're gonna do it, right? Like he just better pay up. Where he's already made that decision for her. Where it was like, you better pay our money. Like what?
That's weird.
But again, they are considering it. And it's weird though. It happens everywhere. Now here's the thing. Poor girl, maybe, right? Potentially. I'm sorry. Maybe I feel bad for her. But if it always happens everywhere you go, there might be a pattern. It might be you.
Don't blame her for this.
I don't want to.
Do not blame her for this.
I'm just saying, what business really gets you into these positions?
How about don't fucking sexually harass people at work.
Okay, but
end of discussion. There's just never a time where that's okay.
She's knowingly in a shady business where this always happens to her. Like,
well, no, I think she's currently at a shady business, but I don't think every other job she's had is a shady business. I think she's had regular jobs and people have just sexually harassed her.
No, I don't think that's true. I think she's always been in a shady, what she's working in now, it's the same type of work, is what I'm saying.
I don't necessarily.
I
know.
think they said that.
I don't think every job she's had has been off the book.
I don't know that. I
That's
was
not
on
the impression I got.
That's the impression I got. So I guess we recorded this, so we'll find out. Maybe we read it before.
Grow a little bit.
Yep.
We know his family personally and can easily text them or call them to let them know what's going on. I even feel like I want to extort the guy, and I know that's illegal, so
Yes.
I'm really trying to see my options here legally to get money from him, since this is just now a burden on her, and she's been sexually harassed before, and now I'm physically touching... Wait, what? Oh,
Go ahead.
And now, by him physically touching her breasts and butt, and even kissing her.
Here's what I find
Wild, not appropriate for work.
Here's what I find funny though. Again, the fiance is saying, so here's the thing. This guy's loaded doing all this stuff to my wife. We gotta get money from him. So how do we get money from him?
Well, I think at this point, 100% extort him. Get it on
time out.
recording and say, I'm going to sue you.
Okay, extorting is illegal.
Fuck it.
Again,
You know what else is illegal? Sexually harassing innocent women.
So your solution to a crime is another crime.
In this case, yes. It's a case-by-case basis.
See, I'm
Fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
I'm thinking a little easier, okay? So again, the fiance's main goal is to get money from this guy. Let your fiance sleep with him. He'll give you money. He said that. You know, that's an easy solution.
No.
I mean, if you're
Not worth it. Fuck this guy. He doesn't deserve to have anything. There's a reason no one likes him, because he does fucking shit like this.
But I mean, your other option of not letting my fiance sleep with this guy and get money can't be, I'm just going to extort him.
Or you say, stop fucking doing that. We're suing you.
Or-
you can sue someone for sexual harassment, and it's not extortion.
Yeah, or you stop and like report him to the police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, no,
you
but
can
again,
hold him accountable.
but the fiance-
The important thing is hold him accountable. It's worth losing your job over. I promise you, you will be able to find another job where you shouldn't be having to deal with that.
yeah, but the fiance is not coming at it. He's looking at it as, I don't care if he's a bad guy. I want money from him. That's his thing. He's going, yeah, I don't care what I have to do. Yeah, this guy's a bad guy. I don't care about that. I want my money from him. That's what the fiance is saying. That's just a little weird.
I mean, he did say they were in a desperate situation. If that was something that they were both on board with, and she was like, yeah, I'll fuck him for money as long as he pays, and the husband's like, yeah, I'm okay with that, then you know what? What you do in your marriage is up to you.
Because it does not seem like his main concern is my fiance is getting sexually harassed. His main
That's
concern
also
is
concerning.
no, but it sounds like, yeah, I agree. But his
that's not
concern,
his main
his
concern.
concern is, I want money from this guy. What do I do? Which makes me then question, if you're that type of guy, maybe you just take the option. You seem like you're into something shady. I need to know what's going on in these people's lives.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that guy's the fucking worst.
Because I feel like this is a story you hear where you make like opinions like that, where you're going like, oh no, like fuck that guy. Yeah, get money from it. And then you find out that this family that's asking for that and like getting, it's like a really fucked up family. I think that I could see that on the news.
Yeah. But what do we do? I want to support her through this, but it's just so hard when we take one step forward and two steps back at every turn.
I think ultimately, stop trying to make this about getting money from this guy. Do what you got to do to hold this guy accountable for committing a crime.
Yeah, no, this guy's the fucking worst.
Yeah, that seems pretty. That was pretty good. Not a nice, a quick one too. I like that. So we do have a bonus one. If you'd like to get into a bonus one,
I would love to get into a bonus one.
because those ones were short ones. So we'll get into a bonus one. I think we only have. I think we chose this one for the bonus one. We go with this one.
Am I the asshole for refusing to support my parents' cult and calling it out? I love it.
You want to hear that one?
I love it.
All right.
I love cult stuff.
It's a little long, but not bad. Short paragraphs, which is good. All right. So parents are in a cult and they are not happy and calling it out. That could be funny. This is from Playful Hedgehog.
You playful _hedgehog _326.
You like underscores way too much.
Well, if people ever want to check this, the Redditors out,
Cam,
you gotta put the name.
Here's
out
the
there.
thing. I think if Playful Hedgehog 1 through 35 are confused with this person, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think you say Purple Hedgehog and they're listening. I'm pretty sure this person will know.
And they're not purple hedgehog. They're playful hedgehog.
Playful, same fucking shit, Cam. the hedgehog person knows who they are. All right, everyone knows who the hedgehog person is. But go ahead. I'll let you read this one out.
I, 15-year-old male, have had to put up with my parents being AOL.
I think that's
obsessed
a cult.
since 2015. So, yeah, that must be a cult. I don't know. If you don't know, AOL is this pseudoscience money-hungry cult masquerading as a meditation group.
I love when we ask a question and then the very next sentence, they totally give us our answer.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good to know that they're on top of their shit. They're like, you know what the next question's probably going to be? What that is.
It's like it's written for us.
They give 20,000, I don't know what that currency is.
I'm going to say yen, but these people
think
don't
that's
look Asian.
The yen.
No.
Yeah,
Foreign currency.
20,000 currency.
Pounds? Not pounds.
I don't know. 20,000 currency a month. We'll say currency.
I'm gonna think that's a lot. It's somewhere between $2,000 and $20,000 USD.
Yes, every month, go to infinite programs and guilt others into joining. I used to just ignore it, but lately it's been destroying my life.
That's a lot of money. I'm assuming because like if it's something like your parents give and that's equivalent to 10 USD, like probably not a big deal. Right, even if it's a cult.
Yeah. Honestly, it's weird.
But if it was like $2,000, you'd be like, Mom, Dad, we have a real problem here. Like you guys are serious about it. That's why I was thinking it's something like a Scientology, but it doesn't seem it. It just.
Oh, if it was Scientology, that'd be a whole bigger problem. I would love to come at Scientology right now, but they'll censor us.
That would be such a fucking side road.
Scientology, bro.
But like I thought it was gonna be that, but it's just somewhere else where it's like that's a lot of money. Again, I'm assuming because if it was $20,000, I mean that's
a shit
more expensive than Scientology.
No, it's not.
I have no clue.
I promise you, it's not. No.
All right. Let's see what this cult does. I guess
when I was running 103-degree fever, they left me alone at home and instructed me to depend on their doctored Alveritic treatments.
I'm going to say you nailed that word, but I do not know.
That must be one of the cult things.
Must be.
Rather than real medicine.
So that's a good classic cult thing to do.
Yeah, that's also your terrible parents.
Yeah, but
I'm going to put that out there right now.
Here's the thing, that's not unique to them. People do that. I'm pretty sure they had like a TLC like show on it where it's like people don't believe in medicine and like it fucks up their family.
Well, so here's the thing. If you're going to be involved in a cult, and your kid's sick, first thing you do, take him to the doctor. If medically the doctors can't do anything, like for whatever reason, then you want to go try your cult shit, okay, I guess there's some wiggle room there. If it's something you really believe in, it's could be the same as like praying for it to get better.
I think that's a very
that should not be the first fucking thing that you jump to. You should not deny medical treatment to your child because you think you can wish away his fever.
I think that is a good middle ground. You're not saying join a cult because clearly, like you said, use doctors, do that shit. But we will allow cult medicine and shit to come through if there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something you want to try, I mean, you shouldn't be forcing your cult on your kid, but that's a whole different story.
But again, I think that's
if you want to keep it as an option. As long as you're not hurting anyone, sure.
I think that's a very reasonable thing. You're not saying you can't join cults, guys. We're just saying, I don't know, sure, join one. Only, though, if it's like your only other option. I think that's fair. All right, let's see if there's more of this story.
My sister...
I'm sorry.
My sister suffered from serious COVID, and rather than giving her proper attention, they depended on AOL's anti-COVID pills, which were downright illegal. That's fucked up.
I am so curious what those pills are.
Probably sugar pills, Brent.
Yeah,
either that or like a vitamin supplement, and they're like, anti-COVID pills, we got you.
You're right, and I hope they go into it being like, yeah, these fuckers will pay 20,000 currency for this shit. Then I could see that being okay, because I would do something like that. But like, if these people really think it cures COVID, that's a whole different thing.
So here's what I think. I think for the bonus episode, I'm going to look into this cult and then come back and just rip them to fucking shreds.
You are not turning the bonus episode into fucking conspiracies and cults.
It's Cam's crimes.
No, I would.
Cam's cults and crimes.
Rather jump out a window.
I think that would be a great idea. Especially if I take another edible, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna pass
It'll
on
be
that.
great. They think depression. Can you fucking stop clicking shit and getting it in the way of my fucking reading, you dick?
Okay. In my defense, Cam, I was trying to get the cursor off of the screen, but I didn't know how to do that, so I clicked.
Good one.
I'm sorry. Continue reading.
They think depression is your fault and occurs due to poor mental hygiene. Parentheses, what the fuck? Agreed.
I don't know.
Didn't need the parentheses.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I side with the cult, but
no, that's not how mental health works.
We don't know what she tried to do to avoid it. You don't know. So I'm just saying we can't say much on that.
It doesn't stop there. They started dragging my teachers and classmates into it. They hand out pamphlets and what? Standees at school. What the hell is that?
I don't know. Maybe like the big, I don't know.
Maybe. Try to convert my teachers, and now I'm the weirdo whose parents are brainwashed. Yeah, your parents are making you look fucking terrible.
Yeah,
that
would make you that kid at school.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably still be friends with you because I would love to just hear the crazy shit that your parents are saying, but they would fucking hate me because I would tear them to shreds.
Like, I'm also curious if this happened all of a sudden. Because I could imagine like, oh, they were never in this cult, and then they got really invested, and then like all of a sudden they started like showing up as like if your parents got really invested in the cult. I know you for so long. I went to school with you and everything. If your parents were all of a sudden like, you gotta come join our 20,000 currency cult, like, did it happen all of a sudden, or was this?
It sounds like it's probably been bubbling for a couple of years.
But it got worse, right? I guess is where she's reading this from.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely escalated to a point where it's pretty brutal on this kid.
So she didn't care at first, but now she's starting to care. What else do they promise?
AOL promises to grant you supernatural powers if you train hard enough. Wild. Absolutely. I would love to know what list of powers they can get for you. Like, do you get super speed, or is it like, nah, you can see without glasses like really well? Like, it's probably fucking stupid shit like that.
Now, again, when you say it in the form of the people who own this cult are doing it as a bit, when you go like, yeah, supernatural powers, and like they know they're doing it as a bit and getting money, I think it's hilarious all of a sudden.
It's funny until it gets dangerous. That's what I'll say, because those cults usually like Nexium, for example. That guy, Keith Raniere, wanted to fuck. It was just him, and he was good at talking to these girls, and they fucking followed him around like it was nothing. And he would just be like, all right, now I'm going to fuck you. It was crazy.
But, yeah, and there's people like that doing it as a bit. And then there's people who like really believe, oh, I saw a miracle, and like this is going to help you. And like they actually believe it. And it's fucking ridiculous. But they are crazy, and they said, I actually believe it. And they start a whole cult off of it. Which one do you think AOL is? More that side, or more like, no, the guy is just doing this as a bit and lying to everybody?
No, I don't think it's a bit for them. I think they're actually like, they think they've discovered something, and they're like, I must share it with the world.
Okay, I was wondering that. Let's read on knowing that now, I guess. Now all of a sudden that sounds crazy.
Yeah. They coerced me when I was younger into joining the children's program, which assured us that we could read blindfolds, foretell things, and see previous lives. What the fuck?
That's pretty cool, though.
They're lying to these children.
Yeah, but the children are believing it. Fucking dumb kids.
Well, what do you expect? Look who raised them. Fucking people that were susceptible enough to join a cult.
If I was a kid and someone said, you could see through this blindfold, I'd instantly put it on and go, no, I can't.
and then they'll tell you to try hard enough.
And I'd be like, what does that mean?
Do better. That's what they'll say. I guarantee you that's what it's going to be. They're going to be like, oh, you got to meditate on it for 3 hours a day and eat this blindfold pill.
Don't eat things blindfolded. But like, I don't know. I would then put do these people teaching this stuff think they have these powers? Like if I was like, okay, you put it on. What does it say? No, you're fucking wrong. You know? Like, or are they like, well, I'm not there yet?
Yeah, I wonder. That's a good point. I wonder, like, what happens when you test these people, or if it's just like, what, you can't do that? I can. All right, show me. I don't wanna.
Because here's the thing: if they could, all right. I'm not saying I believe in it, but damn, they've done their homework. Like they figure out a way. Respect. But if they say, oh, like if they fuck up, okay, I feel like then it doesn't happen. The cult doesn't happen. It's easily tested. Or they could be like, oh, I just haven't unlocked that power yet. It's like, who has? No one.
No, it's probably just a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know, like they're probably easy ways to like fake it. You know,
If they're doing that, that's good though.
That they show people like you're at the facility and he's just like, I'm going to put on this blindfold. And it's like, he can clearly see through the blindfold. And they're like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then when they leave, they're like, yeah, this guy can see through blindfolds, but he doesn't do it anywhere else. Or he doesn't let anyone touch the blindfold and shit like that.
Again, no, I respect that. That is doing your homework. Like, you're like, I'm not just going to say these things. I'm going to make everyone believe it by cheating them into fucking doing magic tricks.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, but
that's
I respect
ridiculous.
it. I'm just saying, I might want to start a cult.
I tried so hard, but I knew I wasn't getting any results.
Wasn't trying hard enough.
Yet I pretended because I felt like I was defective.
No, you just weren't trying hard enough.
It's also fucking hilarious that this individual is openly admitting like, okay, I did try.
Yeah, I
know what you're thinking, but there was a moment there where I was like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I don't need my eyes. I
wonder if his parents can do it. Like, because that would be funny if they're in on the bit and they go, yeah, it's all a magic trick, and they lied to their kids.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny too. But I don't know. I'm not saying I'm on the cult side, but maybe just do better.
They even have this enormous photo of Sri Sri Ravi Shankar in our home.
Love that guy.
And really, it bothers me. That must be the head of the cult, I'm guessing.
Clearly, Cam. I love that guy.
Sri Ravi Shankar.
Yeah, I got a picture of him in my wallet.
Oh, you're one of those AOLs.
Love that guy.
Wait, do you know it's in your wallet if you're blindfolded?
Damn right I do.
That's crazy, dude. I didn't know you put in that much effort.
I try so hard.
My father is a teacher, and he returns homes angry after running these sessions after they're meant to be peaceful.
Yeah.
I feel like that didn't make sense.
He comes home angry after running these sessions that are meant to be to like achieve peacefulness. So,
I don't know. That's weird. I snapped last week and informed them this is a cult. You're wasting money and destroying your family for a scam.
I mean, she's the only one to try and destroy the family. You know, try harder. You know?
No. Stop trying to be on side with the cult. That's ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
Good for this person for fucking standing up to their family and trying to put them in their place.
I'm saying I don't know enough yet. Let's finish on here.
They were angry. They said that I was disrespecting them, being ungrateful, and that I don't value the importance of spirituality. Now they won't even speak to me properly and are treating me like I'm the issue. My family members are also telling me that I should honor their beliefs since they're doing seva and serving the world.
They are serving seva.
I'm saying what I believe is the truth, but now everyone is behaving like I'm the asshole.
I think this is an easy one. You're not the asshole.
No.
You're just not trying hard enough. I mean,
stop.
Just give it another chance.
Stop with this. We're not advocating for a cult here.
I am not advocating for the cult. I'm just saying, like, Siva has a teaching on this, and it's not that, you know, you're not the asshole, but, you know, you feeling like the asshole is just your call back into Siva. That's all it's saying.
With maintaining eye contact with me, I want you to repeat what that guy's name was.
Seva.
Nope.
Seva. Yes, it is.
No. Seva is like them doing something.
No, it's the guy's name.
No, scroll up. It was Sri Sri Ravi Shankar.
We call him Seva.
No.
We call him Seva.
Did you join the cult?
I'm not saying that.
Because if you have $20,000 to throw at a fucking cult,
it's first off, it's 20,000 currency. So like it's not even that much, and you're really doing the good word to spread Sri Sri's good name.
You know what would be hilarious? If what do you call it? This currency, we don't know that symbol because it's a symbol in the cult. Like you have to like work for them, and they give you this like these seva bucks.
I would love that. I mean,
and you need to redonate the seva bucks back to them.
They're called Sri Sris, okay? And they're almost as valuable as the dollar.
Oh yeah, they have a high transference rate.
Yeah, so for every dollar you give me, I give you 2 currency.
Two Sri Sris?
Yes.
Or are we calling them sevas?
No, Seva's the guy's name.
No,
That's what we call
No,
him.
Sri Sri is the guy's name.
No, Sri Sri's the currency.
No. So are you saying that Seva is a title for Sri Sri, and Sri Sri named the currency after him?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that's
He names
fair.
everything after him.
Apparently not, because he calls himself Seva.
Well, because that's what his friends call him. Again, that's what like I call him. So it's like once you subscribe for like a year and you renew, then you can call him Seva. You get a pin.
Oh, you get a pin?
You get a pin. We got a welcome package.
Yeah,
They
I think I'm
probably
all set.
have a welcome package.
Yeah, I'm all good.
But
I'm
no,
all good on that.
you know what? I'm gonna use my one ruling.
No, you already did. You
Damn.
already used your ruling.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get one
No,
past.
I'm
you.
gonna use my
You can't.
ruling.
You already used your one
No,
ruling.
I didn't. Remember?
Yes, you did.
I didn't end up hitting. Yeah, that's
Fuck.
what I fucking thought.
He's right.
Ruling of law. Not only are you not the asshole, but you have dumb parents who are in a stupid cult, and they need some fucking help.
Yeah. Fuck that cult. Join Seva's cult. It's way better. The cult of that we just created.
No, I am not involved in that.
You
If
were
I'm gonna
involved.
make a cult, it's going to be 10 times better than fucking this bullshit.
I don't. Oh, good idea. We charge him 200,000 currency. Anyways, those were all the stories we had. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
At least I think.
I think we really encountered some interesting people and some wild problems that they were apparently having.
Yeah, no, they're having problems, and I think we learned a lot. I think that was pretty good.
I like to think so too.
I also like to think, hey, Cam, I don't want to bring this up. I think we nailed that. Episode 2, I think that's the turning point.
You know what? I agree with you. I think we're finally gonna hit our stride here, buddy.
Or we could take a step back, and this probably sucks, and then we have to do everything we did again over.
No, I refuse to believe that. We're perfect.
I would love to hope that's true. All right. Yeah, I got nothing else. But remember, keep emailing us, giving us ideas.
Yeah, nooneaskpod@gmail.com. We love any sort of feedback. We love stories that we can help you out with. So, do what you can. Spread the word around. Share to the people you love, the people you hate, strangers on the street. But thank you for listening.